today I have the pleasure of talking to Cynthia Morton, who is an emotional fitness expert, or you like to recall yourself as...
Well, I mean, clients call me a personal trainer, an emotional fitness personal trainer.
Okay, I like that.
Hope masseuse. I've been called lots of things, but I mean, I think...
I like hope masseuse. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
So what exactly... First of all, I want to find out a bit about your background, because I know that you had a fairly traumatic childhood, and for what you're doing today is obviously helping a lot of people. That's a great journey in itself. Can we just sort of touch on, you know, what happened when you were a young kid to sort of bring you to today?
Well, I always sort of say the worst part about my story is that it's common. You know, I'm sort of a garden variety. I'm 52 next birthday, but I spent 19 years in drug and alcohol addiction, and grew up in a home where there was a lot of addiction and alcoholism. So it was normalised. It was just how, you know, my parents are intellectually high-functioning people, but it was just how we lived. So my background is, I'm a recovering drug addict alcoholic, and I grew up with a lot of violence and a very ill pedophile that lived next door. So as a little girl, just life in general was traumatic, and so I lived in a state of hypervigilance. And by the time I was in my early teens, I chose homelessness, and
so you said, I can't take any more.
Yeah,
so
just ran away. I was running away from home in grade 1 and grade 2, just running from school, just hitting the road and trying to get away from myself. And then, of course, in my early teens, when I discovered, first of all, alcohol and then drugs, it was just a solution to the problem, because it helps you go on a vacation, but physically stay there.
It's an escape. Did you? Did you tell your parents you were leaving home at 14?
No.
You just picked up?
No,
and left?
I just left, and you know, my home was fragmented, and I just sort of found. I remember working with Mission Australia and with one of their forums, and in hearing that 80% of the homeless have homes to go to, and when your home's a war zone, being out of it is a relief. So many of my clients, and myself included, especially my teens, I came from an affluent home, but I preferred to sleep on the beach because it was safer there. And being in dangerous situations with strangers is a lot easier on your psyche than being in dangerous situations with people that you're supposed to be safe with.
Yeah.